In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create WooCommerce one-page checkout, also called the ClickFunnels style order page or order form, using the very flexible Elementor. So you can use this page to sell one of your digital courses, a trending item, a best-selling product that you want to create a dedicated sales funnel for, or to run free plus shipping offers. WooCommerce one-page checkout is exactly what you need right now if you want to convert more shoppers into buyers. And you can drive traffic from popular places like Facebook ads, Instagram ads, your network of influencers, and even your email list to this page and convert more shoppers into buyers. There's so much exciting stuff packed into this tutorial. You'll learn how to offer multiple options on this one-page checkout using the product selector. I'll show you how to set up the AOV boosting order bump, and also, this is my favorite part, how to do live cart capturing. So the moment a user enters their email on the checkout, and in case they abandon, you can reach out to them and make them complete the purchase. Hi, I'm Tavdeen from Build WooFunnels, and my sales funnel tutorials help you maximize your profits. Now, in case you're wondering why do I exactly need a one-page checkout and why not the conventional checkout flow, then take a look at this picture. This is an image of shoppers queuing at the checkout counter of the store. Now, this may surprise you, but actually it won't. This is exactly how we treat shoppers in the online world as well. They go through 3 or 4 step process to complete a purchase. So they start the journey on the product page by clicking on add to cart and then view cart. On the cart page, they click on proceed to checkout, and finally on the checkout page, we expect them to fill out this bland checkout form, and then they finally click on place order. So the number of people who started the journey on the product page and the number of people who completed the journey on the thank you page, there is a vast difference between these two numbers. As you can imagine, there are drop-offs at every step of the way. A WooCommerce one-page checkout helps reduce that gap by streamlining the purchase process. Now, before I dive in, a quick word about Arrow. Arrow is a WooCommerce checkout page plugin that deeply integrates with Elementor, which means not only do you get one-click import, plug and play, checkout templates for Elementor, but also highly customizable checkout widgets that you can use to build your checkouts from scratch. So now I'm going to quickly ask you to slam that subscribe button so when I create my next follow along tutorial like this one, it finds its way to you. Without further ado, let's dive right in. Alright, awesome. So we're behind the scenes now, and this is the WooCommerce one-page checkout built using Elementor. As you can see, we've got the logo at the top followed by the headline, and this area here is to highlight the video. We highly recommend that you put up a video on your one-page checkout because it's just great for conversions. Seeing is believing, remember? So give a demo of the product that you are selling through this one-page checkout. On the right-hand side, you've got the checkout form here, which is built using the checkout form widget in Elementor, built by Arrow. More about that in just a bit. Then below the fold, you've got the bullets here, which sort of detail what they are getting through the product, what's part of the product. And then we've got some testimonials, the CTA button, and a footer. So let me now highlight the nuances of this checkout form right here, which is the most important part of the page because this is where people will be filling out their details to buy the offer. So this is the first thing that you'll notice here is that this is a 2-step checkout form. So the first step is a bit about the product that they are buying, and then you've got some fields here, the basic information fields like email, first name, last name, and then on the second step you've got some other fields such as order summary and more. So this is a 2-step checkout form. The simple idea behind making it 2-step is that people will not see a lot of fields up at front. There won't be a long form intimidating them, so they can fill out their basic details and move over to the next step. This makes your checkout form look approachable and less overwhelming. The second highlight of this checkout form is the product selector right here. So you've got these radio buttons here. The user can pick one of the offers on the table. So this is a one-shot payment plan, and this is a 3-month payment plan. So $47 every month for 3 months. They can choose one of the options. Here is a best value tag to highlight the best option out of the two. There's also a one-liner description, so I'll show you exactly how to set up this product switcher, right? And of course, this is a subscription product and this is a simple product. Now, the third highlight of this checkout form is on the next step. Yes, it's this order bump right here. So we're also selling them or cross-selling an ebook that they can add with one tick on the checkbox, and you'll notice here that the order total gets instantly updated. The number 4 highlight is my absolute favorite. It's live cart capturing. They just have to fill out their email here and it will be captured to run an abandoned cart automation in case they do not complete the purchase. So yes, you can follow up with them in case they do not complete the purchase and they just fill out their email here. And no, they do not even have to click on the button for their email to be captured. This is the live cart capturing. More about that in this video. And finally, let's talk about the mobile responsiveness. So I'm very happy to share with you that this WooCommerce one-page checkout is mobile responsive as well. Yes, so all the elements fit in perfectly and it is very responsive. You can see the checkout form here, these fields, how they show up on mobile, and it's great because 50% of traffic comes from mobile. So you definitely want to optimize your checkout page for mobile. This is the collapsible order summary, they can see their order total and all of that. If there is any coupon code they're carrying, they can always apply it over here. Alternatively, you can make the coupon field collapsible as well. So only when they click on this field, they will be able to see this coupon code option. So yes, there you go, that's mobile responsive as well. So I will show you how to do it in just a bit. Now let me show you how to create this one-page checkout with Arrow. So we're gonna add a new checkout page. Let's just call it order form, one-page checkout, and create a checkout. Yes, so here you'll see that we've got 4 tabs: design, products, fields, optimizations, and settings. So that's 5 tabs within design, but that's what we're talking about right now. And we're going to be using Elementor. So within Elementor, you'll see that we have 1-step, 2-step, and 3-step checkout formats. So you can select how many steps you want on your checkout page. There are quite a few pre-built templates. You can use any of these. Minimalist is great for global checkout. Again, I have a dedicated video in which I show you how to use the minimalist template to design your global checkout. The link is up there. You can just click on it and watch it now or maybe later. Alright, so for one-page checkout, we'll be using the closer template, right? There's also the presenter template, which is a great one-page checkout. So based on your requirements, you can use whichever you like. Now, before I import it, I'm going to click on 2-step because I want a 2-step closer template, and let's hit import. Yes, there you go. So 2-step closer template has been imported. Let's edit this and this will open up in Elementor. So there you go. So that's the template. Now, of course, you can see lots of form fields here. I will explain you more about it, how you can add, edit, remove form fields using the powerful form builder and Arrow checkout. Let's just let's just put I'll just show you some of the changes that I made for my page. So of course I had edited the headline here and here, the attention. I edited this text here as well. Then I put an image overlay for my video. So here is the image overlay. I said yes to it, and There you go. So that's the image that I selected. So that's my image overlay. And of course, I edited all of this text for my page. You can do it as well. So let me show you some of the customizations that you can do with your checkout form right here. So well, this is when you hit the pencil icon, edit checkout form, the widget options will open up. You've got section, style and advanced. In sections, you can change the text of any of these. Also here you have the option to enable steps. So we've got these steps showing up, and you can enable steps on mobile alone and not on desktop. So on desktop the steps will not show. Alternatively, you can choose from tabs and breadcrumbs, right? So this is breadcrumbs. This is how it shows up, or you can switch back to tabs. Of course, you can write the heading, subheading and all of that. Apart from that, in style you've got some really interesting options. So as you can see, we've got this yellow colored, mustard colored line here. You can change that as well to whatever you like. So unlimited customization options are available for you. You can change the background color, which is right now white. You can change it to whatever else that goes with your overall brand theme. You can change the text color and all that as well. And of course here you've got the steps bar border radius. So let's just set it to 5 and let me show you what happens. Yes, there you go. So this border has that shows up, right? And let's turn back to 0. So that's what you could do. So in the heading section you can change the typography, the color and all that. Yes, so this color right here, you'd see it changing. So that's the heading here. You can of course change the size as well based on your requirements. Then of course in the fields you have the option to change the label color, so you can see this email, first name and all that. Border, you'll see that we've got a border here. It's currently 4. That's the radius. You can set it to 0 and then it'll become all straight lines, but of course a little bit of radius looks good. The focus color, when you click here, this becomes blue, so that's the focus color, and the error validation color is red. So if you can make all these changes and customize it, and of course this is the button. You can make it sticky on mobile. That's the button width that you can change, and you'll be able to see the changes over there. Here of course you can change the color, so you can change it to whatever matches with your brand theme better. And on hover, which is so right now it was actually a little on the lighter side, and on a hover it becomes darker, so you can change that as well. Alright, so awesome. That's for the design. And now let's move over to the product tab, since this is a product specific checkout page, so we will be adding some products here. Okay, so now this is the products tab. Here we have to add a product, so let's click on add product, and let's select the course that we're going to be selling through this. So there you go, that's a Kidopreneur course, and we're going to add another product. And this is the subscription-based product with a 3-month payment plan. Well, as you can see right now that this is 147, it is 47 each month. Well, of course we should make it 57, so that overall when they compare about 16 to 3 months, which is 180 versus 147, so this appears more lucrative, but of course that's for you to do it. Now so additionally what you can do is you can set a discount, and also you can delete the item if you have added accidentally. You can also reorder the items using simple drag and drop. So this is subscription, this is simple. Now in here I've selected the first option because I want my users to pick one of the 2 options from the table, right? And you can also let them choose multiple by selecting the second option. Now let me give you a quick overview of how we've created the subscription product. Well, so there you go, that's the product page. So this is one with the payment plan, and of course you need WooCommerce subscriptions for it. We're using the official WooCommerce subscriptions plugin. So this is how we've set it up. So that's $47 every month for a period of 3 months. So it's a simple subscription based product. You can of course set up sign up fee and all of that, but this is not needed. It's a simple payment plan, and we're letting them choose from one of the options, that is pay in 3 months or pay just in one shot. So the products tab is now done, and let's move over to the fields tab. Well, so this is the fields tab. Now, when you create a when you import a two-step template, you'll see that 2 steps are already pre-created. And of course, we've already added, some sections here, and within sections, you've got some fields here so that you can generate a preview of your checkout page and see how it looks. You can always edit a specific field, change the label, placeholder, text, and all of that, remove fields that you do not want, and of course, even reorder them using simple drag and drop. You'll see you've got some fields on the right hand side. You can pick up and place them in any section that you like. So now let me show you what we currently have. So well, this is how the checkout form looks like right now. We've got shipping fields, billing fields, and all that, but we really do not need all of these because this is a digital product. So we're going to get rid of the fields that we do not want. So let's go back into the fields tab. So we're going to delete shipping address from here, billing address, and even phone. We will be deleting shipping method as well. And so this is customer information. Let's just call it your details. And let's just call it your offer, because they're going to choose one of them. And we will take this up as well. So on step 2, you have order summary. You could also have one line order total if you do not want to show the extensive order summary. So let's just save changes and let me show you how it looks on the front end. Alright, so here's the preview of the checkout form. Here, as you can see, your offer, your details, the headings have been changed. And of course, this is the products field, so they can choose from one of the options. You've got the few simple fields that we wanted here. So email, first name, last name. On the next step, you have the order summary and the payment option. Right, so now here's what we additionally want to do. That, as you can see, one of the options is selected on a default. So we want to decide which option is selected on a default. In addition to that, we also want to write some description, explaining them what is part of this and what is part of this plan right here. We also want to be able to highlight one of the options as the best value option. So let's see how we can do all of that from the fields tab. Okay, so this is the fields tab, and in here under your offer headline we have products. So well, this is from where you can choose the default option. Whichever you select from here would be pre-selected as a default option. In addition to that, you can write a sub headline here. So we can say full live course in one shot payment. And here we can say 3-month payment plan, auto renews or whatever, right? So maybe just one line description explaining what is under each. Then in a description, you can actually add more detailed description. So let's say if you had 2 completely different options on the table and you wanted to give some additional description, you can do that over here. Let's just do it. So let's just say kids pre-recorded classes and pre-recorded classes learning material. So this is just to give you an example, and here we can say live classes, mentor-led sessions. So let's just say that this is what's included, and I'm going to get rid of the heading here. So well, this is just an example. Of course, in my case, because this is a payment plan, so I do not need additional description. But in case you're selling 2 separate offers, you can use this section to your advantage. So let's look at how the changes reflect on the front end. Alright, awesome. So this is how the additional description appears, and when we select the other option, the description for that option will show up. Yep, there you go. So this is how it changes. It looks really clean and pretty neat as well. So you can use this option to highlight any additional information about the specific offer that they are selecting. Yes, so this is really nice. Now with that said, let's go into the fields and into the products again. So here's what we set up, the description. Now we're going to go into advanced tab and we will say mark this as the best value. You can change the position of the best value tag. I love this top left corner. So and then you have some other options like height, quantity, incrementer. So in case in my case, I do not need the quantity incrementer. I do not want them to be able to change the quantity because it's a digital product. But in case you're selling a physical product and you want them to adjust the quantity, you can do that. Quick view lets them shows a pop-up and they can see more description about that product. Product image, again, if you're selling a physical product, you might want to use the product image. In my case, I've hidden all of them. So let's update this and save changes. So there you go. That's the best value tag on the top left corner and this product switcher here. So well, that is so cool. So we've set up this form. We only have fields that we need. We've removed the ones that we don't. Alright, now here's a very interesting part. Let me show you how I've configured the order bump. Well, it is a complimentary cross-sell offer. In this case, it's an ebook. Users can just add it with a simple check on this box and this item gets added to their order. They do not have to move through the conventional cart process in order to buy this item. So you can pitch complimentary products. Before I show you how to set it up, I should also highly recommend that you go ahead and watch my video on how to write a compelling and enticing order bump copy. The link is in the description and also I will link out in this video. So watch it when you have some time because I show you my 4G formula to write a compelling order bump copy. So now let's move over to the back end and let me show you how to configure the order bump. Now setting an order bump is a simple 3-step process. Let me take you to order bump and show you what that intuitive process is. So there you go. I have created this order bump. This is the ebook order bump. So there are 4 steps here: rules, products, design and settings. These are the 3 main steps. In rules, we've actually said arrow checkout matches and then your checkout form name. So the order bump will only show up on this checkout form, on this one-page checkout created in Elementor that I just showed you. It will not show anywhere else. Next, you have the products tab, which is where you select the WooCommerce product which you will be selling or cross-selling on your one-page checkout. So here I'm offering a discount. You can actually, you've got a few options to offer the discount. Here we're offering a fixed amount, so an $8 on the regular price, and that's just one quantity. In the design section, you will have the option to stylize the element, the order bump element, so you can change the colors and all of that. Of course, first you have the title where you can add the title of the order bump section, and then this is your description which shows up right here. Further, you can choose one of the skins from the 2 options, and finally you have the style tab where you can customize the section. You can change the colors. And yes, so you can change the colors here and just make them whatever you like. So these are the styling options that we have here for the order bump. So this is a fully functional order bump. It will show up on the checkout page, and of course users do not have to go through the conventional cart process to add this item to their order. Moving over to the last leg of this video, I'm going to show you how when someone leaves their email here, you can reach out to them even if they do not click on any of the buttons of this one-page checkout. Yes, so this will definitely skyrocket your cart recovery rates because you will be able to live capture carts. And guess what? This is not even the best part. The best part is that you'll be able to send them really targeted email like this one, showing them the exact page they came over to and the exact form they started to fill out but couldn't complete the process. Yes, so there's a great there's a great power in reminding them where they exactly left off. And also when they click on the recovery button, they land exactly on the same one-page checkout, nowhere else, and they can simply fill out the remaining details and complete the purchase process. So business is in follow-ups. So to set up this abandoned cart recovery follow-up, you need Autonomy, which is the WordPress marketing automation engine built by BuildWooFunnels, and it communicates with the other apps that you love, like your CRM, Zapier, Slack, Twilio for SMS automations, and so on. And this is what is most exciting. The free version of Autonomy is available on WordPress.org, and this version allows you to run abandoned cart sequences and also do post-purchase follow-ups. So I will, the link is in the description. You can download the free version of Autonomy and get started with your cart recovery sequences. Now let me show you how to set this up. So we will go behind the scenes of Autonomy. Alright, so now we're in the back end of Autonomy, and these are all the automations that we have created. Let's take a quick look at carts and the kind of tracking you can do. So there you go, you can track carts initiated, which means how many people actually started the purchase process and left their email on that checkout page. Abandoned carts, recoverable carts, your recovered revenue, recovery rate, and all of that. You can constantly compare how your sequences are performing. Now let's look at the one-click import recipes that we have for you. Yes, so there you go. These are pre-made recipes that you can import with a single click, and the entire workflow would be auto-created. So this is without coupon, with coupon. Let's just import one of them. There you go. So the recipe has been imported. We're now going to open it up. So this is the visual workflow builder of Autonomy. As you can see that this workflow is already created. When WooCommerce cart gets abandoned, then send this email. So we've got a series of 2 emails that go out. They are without the coupon code because that's the automation we have right now. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to import. We're going to actually add a condition here. So this is conditional action. If select condition arrow checkout page is one page checkout, the one that we just created, then send email. Send this specific email where you're gonna talk to them. We're gonna say that you were trying to buy the Kiropreneur course. What happened? We still have an offer going on, and it's a great course for your kids. So you're talking to them specifically about the product that you know they were about to buy. Now when it comes to choose action, you have 2 options. You can either choose to send email via WordPress, so you can use the WordPress email editor and send out your email using WordPress, right? And you can even set a delay here. So let's say you want to set a delay of 60 minutes or something like that, so 1 hour, right? So the email will go an hour after the cart got abandoned. The other option that you have here is actually, all right, let me just save this. And now let's just delete it. Yeah. So the other option that you have here is that you can use one of your CRM to send out your email, like ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit, Drip, and more. And whichever CRM is compatible with Autonomy. So you can either use your CRM or you can use WordPress to send out your email. Well, now I have to tell you that this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more you can do. You can add a user to an automation. You can add a tag. You can create a personalized time-bound coupon code and send it out to them. You can do SMS campaigns using the Twilio connector and so much more. Now, I do have an extensive video on doing abandoned cart recovery sequences using email and SMS. Link is in the description. Do watch that video to know more about the power of Autonomy. Alright, so that was it. We looked at how to create a WooCommerce one-page checkout using Elementor. More specifically, I showed you how to import a 2-step checkout template to configure this product selector right here. We also looked at how to configure order bump and, of course, do live cart capturing and set up a workflow to recover abandoned carts. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Do let me know by liking this video and also subscribing to the channel for more such follow-along tutorials. Leave a comment and let me know what is your favorite part about the tutorial. If you have any questions, well, feel free to leave a comment and let me know what you wanted to ask. Thank you so much for watching. It's me, Tavleen from WooFunnels, and I will see you in my next video.